Consuls, friends, guests. It's very nice to be standing in front of you today as the president of Swedish International Students and Alumni. And I thought I'd just do a little brief recap over Nordic exchange relations throughout the times. In fact, they stretch back hundreds of years. One of the first Nordic exchange students that we are intimately familiar with is actually one of the most famous characters from Shakespeare, Hamlet. Hamlet was a Dane who was studying at Wittgenstein in Germany. Of course, he was forced to take an involuntary leave of absence, and things quickly went south from there. But after that, of course, back in those days, it was mostly the richest among us, the aristocrats, the kings that were able to really go abroad and get these experiences. During the 19th century, we saw more of a pan-Scandinavianism, with students from Norway, Denmark, and Sweden meeting up together to form these connections. There were barges headed from Lund to Copenhagen for parties during May Day season, and there were 1,000 students at one point meeting in Uppsala to discuss the possibility of a pan-Swedish union at some point. Then, post-World War II order, there were these exchanges that stretched more across Europe and, of course, the United States. My grandfather had studied English during high school and early years of university. But for him, English was a dead language because he had never actually met someone who was a native English speaker until the end of World War II, when he finally got the chance to visit Birmingham. And he was so grateful to live in a world of peace and international connections, where those kind of meetings were possible. But of course, those kind of meetings were not just possible because individuals took the opportunity to make them. They were also promoted at the highest level of European governments with the Erasmus program, which to this day has sent millions of Europeans to other countries around the EU, fully funded by the European Union. So here is one of the most impressive peace-building programs in our times, the European Union, spending so much money on creating the opportunity for young people to study abroad and meet people from other cultures. And I think they got that exactly right. At this point, some people estimate that there are between 500,000 and 1 million so-called Erasmus babies. That is, babies that have been born from the Erasmus programs, from foreign students meeting each other. I don't think it's a coincidence that war in Europe today seems completely impossible. These are the connections that are being made, and the younger they are being made, the stronger they are, and the longer they last. And that brings us here today. It's wonderful to this incredible program, Juan. It's really wonderful to see what you've built here along with your team. And